Hey everyone, welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Wall collection. Today we're going to explore the wall display, my deck collection display, my figure collection, and my Funko Pop collection. And we're transforming my collection into a beautiful backdrop display. If you'd like to see my deck builds and strategies, I'll have a playlist coming soon with new deck releases. First, to the far right of the wall, we have my deck display collection. 48 decks from the original series, leading up to Stardust Dragon. This collection is 100% original. In the corner of the wall, we have my legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon collection. This collection here will start my second wall, where I'll feature some of the newer cards, along with a selection of my ghost rares. Let me know what you would put on the second wall. Underneath my figure collection display, I have my briefcase display. I made this in high school to showcase my ultimate rare cards collection, along with my tournament-ready decks and 2 banlist decks I kept just for fun. It's layered in foam with my dual mat and trade binder, which I've carried to every tournament I've played in throughout high school. If you're a collector, let me know how long you've been collecting. I started this collection over 20 years ago and just recently began building the wall. I used magnetic card cases with 2-way tape between the drywall to hold the display in place. This has been a vision of mine since I was 15 building this wall. I'll have the full video in the description below. If you'd like to check it out in full quality or original size, just like the wall backdrop, the briefcase is super easy to change cards out for new ones. If you have a Yugioh wall or a unique way of collecting and displaying your cards, let me know in the comments below. My display collection features the Egyptian gods, 3D printed obelisk with Mentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and Winged Dragon of Ra, along with Exodia the Forbidden One and the Pharaoh. Of course, there's Dark Magician and 2 Dark Magician girls. At the top, we have Jaden with Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Then we've got Kaiba, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, and of course a bunch of legendary Blue Eyes White Dragons, including a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Then we have my display mat, where I do most of my videos and editing. Then we have my Exodia briefcase, inspired by the Ultimate Rare Hunters, which contains over 100 sets of Exodia, along with a few common ones. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the few hobbies where you can transform it into revenue, side hustling, and profit by buying card collections, booster packs, decks, and selling or trading at local shops or Comic-Con events. Understanding the market, when to buy and when to sell, is a long-term game plan. Be patient, as buying new products while listing your old products can get expensive. Most stores or collectors can keep up with demand. Cards are being released so quickly, and new collectors are constantly looking for older cards. Finding a balance between profiting and growing your collection is the key to being successful, rather than running out of money to play. Now let's take a look at my Funko Pop collection. I'll have a video coming out soon on Funko Pop investments, collecting, selling, how to profit from my Funko figures, and understanding the marketplace. I also have individual videos of each Funko Pop on my YouTube page just below these short videos. Last, on the far left of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Wall, I have my pillar with my golden elective, displaying my ultimate binder collection alongside my travel bag, which I use when visiting and attending out-of-town Comic-Cons. Here's a brief look at my binder collection. I'll have the full video of my binder collection up on my YouTube page. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to join me on this journey. Alright, let's dive into some top ways to start your Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection and build revenue. First up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card openings. It's simple and straightforward. Just buy the products, open the cards, and review the sets or box collections. Number 2, you can buy collections in bulk, organize them, and sell individual cards on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or any other platform that lets you upload and sell. Number 3, try Yu-Gi-Oh! Figure openings and reviews. Check out both new and old figures. Number 4, buying Funkos at release prices in bulk, then selling them later at a higher value. Most Funkos have a 4x multiplier within a year, making them a solid long-term investment. Number 5, collecting full sets and selling them as completed collections is always a great option. And finally, buying new decks, tins, and boosters, storing them, and waiting for the prices to rise. Keep in mind, most first editions only stay on shelves for about 6 months before they're gone. Let's talk about the heavy hitters. If you're feeling like a gambler, you can buy cards in any of the ways we mentioned earlier, then send them in for grading. The grade ranging from 1 to 10 can significantly increase the card's value. However, keep in mind that constantly getting low-graded cards can be costly and tough to sell. The cost of grading, combined with a low grade, might only offer a small window for profit. Plus, remember that cards can take weeks for shipment, both ways, and even once graded and uploaded to eBay, it could still take a while before they sell. My advice, if you want faster turnarounds and better returns, consider doing it in bulk. I've been collecting cards and growing my collection for 20 years. I absolutely love collecting cards, organizing them, opening packs, and hunting for vintage products at Comic-Con events. This is a hobby first and a business second. Let's be realistic about this investment. Think of it like a stock investment. Start slow and grow it into a mega project. Do not use your last bit of savings or mortgage rent money to finance this. You'll end up in a tough position, forced to sell in survival mode. You'll need at least $50 to $100 saved for shipping costs and product. Your name has value. All social media will be linked and help boost your sales. Keeping your customers happy and your ratings high is a must. To keep pushing forward, stay organized. Keep your cards protected at all times and stay connected with news in the community. Saving money for future new releases is a must if you want to stay in the game. Let's talk about the community in the comments section below. This video is about my personal collection, but things change fast in today's world. Some big topics to discuss are TCG Player, Whatnot, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Instagram, YouTube, and how to find card values in today's market. We can also dive into how to ship cards correctly, building your decks, understanding how the ban list changes, card values, and so much more. And finally, let's talk about winning at tournaments for prizes and trophies and turning that success into a small income. Stay consistent. List every day with 100% accuracy, clear photos, and always list all issues with the card. Make sure it's from the correct set and that everything is detailed, fair, and priced correctly. Promote hard-to-sell cards with reasonable sales. Find a clear background with proper lighting and keep your posts classy and straightforward. Customer service is a key to growing your client base. Fast responses, fast shipping, accurate shipping costs. Protect yourself by getting tracking on cards over $19 to avoid scans and lost mail. For high-end cards, stick to market value. Anything over $100, you'll need to stand your ground to be successful. List your higher-end cards first, prioritizing your time. For heavy hitters with downtime, list the less valued cards. They still help build revenue, attract regular customers, and improve your ratings. Now let's talk about my collection and my content revenue projects. I have 4 projects I'm working on heading into 2025. Number 1, Yugioh FUNKO Pops. They're on the decline right now, but growing steadily. Number 2, my YouTube channel, where I'll be showcasing my collection and building my legendary wall collection. Number 3, listing cards on eBay and building a steady income for 2025. And number 4, getting ready for new box openings now that my wall is complete. I can focus on new sets with the amazing background I've created throughout the years. As you guys know, I'm a part-time YouTuber doing travel vlogs throughout North America, so having a hobby that I can pause or continue anytime is really important to my lifestyle. I'm excited to grow and talk about these topics in a bigger video in the future. Today's video is motivational, showing my 20-year collection and celebrating a huge milestone as we close out 2024, completing the wall, making this video, and heading into 2025 with a fresh chapter.